What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the garage, and my computer's acting stupid. What else is new? Right? How's the stream? Is the audio alright? Let me know. Let's see what we got in. We got De La Soul, Corey, welcome to the live show. Black Eye, Joseph, Danny, Kamar, David. What is going on, everybody? As I said, let me close my mixer here and make sure that it is okay. Cool. That's what I want. Like, I'm looking at the stats and everything looks fine. And of course, I updated everything before the show, and imagine that something's not working right. I can't even get my mixer to go away. But oh well. Let's talk about cars. Let's talk about tuning. Let's talk about everything. I want to talk about how hard is Steve Morris coping right now that Cletus isn't running his motors anymore. It is almost actually it's not even almost. It is just actually pathetic. Very, very pathetic, Steve. Why don't you ease up a little bit? You don't need to put Cletus's name in every single one of your thumbnails. We get it. You make junky motors and nobody wants to race them anymore. Problem solved. Find a new job, bro. What up, John? I'm feeling feisty, if you couldn't tell. I'm feeling feisty tonight. Yep. No feedback on that. Nobody has any thoughts on. I'm gonna go over to Steve's channel here. Let's see how many times we can fight. It's like, she's not done. Mullet no more. Scratch and dent tear down. Okay, sorry. Yeah, De La Soul. So I had to check my calendar to make sure it was not April 1st. HP Tuner has released the Core EV. Yeah, I'm happy to see things getting back to normal, Black Eye. And it's good to see Cletus out there making good passes in the new car. I don't really care about Eagle and that ugly body he put on it as much, but that new Camaro is pretty sick. Wait a second. Not that they had a screen. What a letdown. Oh, so you were expecting the new news to be that they had a screen. Interesting. Man, working on LS3 on a Holly Terminator with twin turbos, trying to get the car started and having a nasty backfire on startup. Nasty backfire on startup with the Terminator. Backfire through the intake or the exhaust? Because I'm wondering if the base timing correction is correct. What kind of crank and... Okay, so you're on an LS3, so you're using a factory crank and cam sensor. Now, the next question is going to be, I'm sure you've got massive injectors in there already. Were the injectors new? Were they bench flowed? Were they tested? Because it almost sounds like you might be getting too much fuel at startup. I wonder if your injector data is wrong. Michael says, smoked a new Z06 Corvette. Not surprised. Not surprised. What'd you smoke them with, Michael? How is the Hellcat coming along? Let me circle back to that in a second, Black Eye. What up, Andrew? That's what I was thinking at first was timing. Well, yeah, De La Soul, 250. He basically bought a pro mod. I mean, it gets expensive. You're talking about $100,000 motor alone. So, like, you're playing on a different level. ICT. Let me see. How do I ban you? I'm just playing. Been doing SD tuning on my 2012 Chevy Silverado LT 4x4 with 36s. Yeah. 24 degrees. Well, I mean, we're not even necessarily talking about timing at wide open throttle. You should be running probably 13 to 14 degrees crank timing, but so yeah, well, I figure I start early. I was ready early. So, well, let's think about this though, because there's only a few things that could be causing this problem, and I would have been more surprised if this was on a big block or something like that, where you're running a distributor to, not even a distributor, but a cam sync to grab your timing off of that. But being that it's an LS3, it could still, okay. So the question is, did you use, wait a second, it's on Terminator. Just help me out, people. Does the Terminator have the cam timing stuff in it now? Because I know the Dominator and the HP does. God, you're on a factory cam, though. You shouldn't even need to mess with that. Well, no, you're not on a factory. You're on a factory cam and crank sensor. Oh, 1 degree static. That would be doing it. That's... So, okay. John, have you connected up to it with the laptop at all, or have you just done it all through the handheld? Let me ask you that. Oh, yeah, went with the red intake because it's cool, not because it flow well. Yeah, dude. And the funny thing about that was, De La Soul, I shot that video, I don't know. A member, Andrew could probably tell you how long ago that was. That was over a month ago. I realized I had it set to members only the entire time. Normally I set it to members only for a couple days and then kick it over to the public. So I haven't done anything on the Hellcat. Couple things. One, the Nova. I've been doing all the work on the Nova. I got the new cam in, the new heads, the new intake, all that jazz. Fired it up. And do not have enough vacuum to keep the crankcase evacuated, and so had to go back to the drawing board, which meant I had to take the power steering out, convert it to a manual box. Did that last weekend, only to find out that the new Pitman arm I got was the wrong size, of course. And I didn't have a correct size U-joint to hook the steering column back up. So the car is halfway in the air, waiting for me to fix those issues so I can put it back down on the ground and mount the vacuum pump, which I also had to take the power steering pulley and take it over to Justin, have him throw it on the lathe and open it up a little bit so I could put the power steering pulley on there so I could run it with the serpentine belt instead of having to run a V-belt and a mandrel. It was just bah. So coming back around, F35 cam. So yes, with that cam, you want to enter your cam info, if you haven't already, through the software, through the laptop, because it will, you can put in all the stats from your cam card and it will do the timing events to make sure that you're not injecting whenever the exhaust valve's open, which could be happening. But the 1 degree static timing is interesting. And specifically because I don't think that they hold static timing. You could set static timing with these things to check that your timing is correct. You can put a timing light on, set it to 10 degrees, 15 degrees, whatever, and check all that. But I think once you set the static, once you turn it off, that gets cleared out. I got the 5.3 LS aluminum block long tooth headers, 3-inch straight pipe, no cast, no exhaust, with X pipe, 6 LED, TCC lockout through 6. Running 0.98 on 93. Yeah, perfect. Where are you running for PE ratios? Have I seen any of the results? No. Anything? No. Anybody know anything about UpRev? No clue. Never heard of it. Fill us in, John. Data Soul. I actually do have my my core. It is sitting in my truck. The box is. I need to take it out. I got to figure out what's going on. I got an LS3 to put it on. I don't have anything to put an LS3 in. I think I'm getting rid of the Chevelle. Only because it's basically running great and has no issues. And it'd be the easiest thing to move. Rev match in the Nissan. Yes, it is for sale. It was a Nissan. RPMS. RPMs? Oh, startup RPMs. Well, I think Andrew might be onto something. It's the rev match in the new in a Nissan. What Nissan? Not that I'm not going to know anything about Nissans. What up, Danny? Yeah, so I'm hoping to get the Nova done this weekend because I want to get back to the Hellcat. I've got parts to install on the Hellcat. Oh, yeah. Shit. Oops, sorry. Dead Soul, can you email me at info@Go-Garage? It would be a lot easier if you hit me up through there. Because, yeah. Let's see here. Let's see if we got any memberships to give away. We do. If you're not a member, remember you have to sign up through the website. You have to do something through YouTube on the internet, on the actual website. Also looking for an H&S Min-Max for my 2012 RAM for a display and maybe tune, but mainly display. I will have to see. I don't know of anybody that's got one, but if anybody in chat does, how would I disable DFCO if all I see under DFCO is RPM limit? Oh, yeah, Tim, if you're on one of the i4 or V6 platforms, that's probably all you see. So DFCO limiter, you want to max that out. It's basically saying that the RPMs have to be above this to enable it. So winning cam was 238, 259 on a 407 LS. It's a pretty healthy cam. You should port that blower. Well, he's got to get it first. Oh, Data Soul, what I had and used forever was the Edge Insight. And I didn't even use it for a tune. I just used it for, Oh, I should port the blower of the Hellcat. Yeah. It's mind-blowing to me that ProCharger does not make a kit for the Hellcat. They make a kit for the C7Z06. Why wouldn't you make one for the Hellcat for the guys that want to make big power? Because, like, I just feel like porting the blower on the Hellcat is not worth the money. Because it's such a small blower. It's, you know, it's a 2.3 liter. So, like, why not go ahead and step up to a 3 liter? I don't know. Was Kong charged for that? I'm sure they probably charged like $2,000 or something. Oh, yeah. No, I know they do great work. It's not that. It's not a question of that. 1,500? Yeah, I mean, that still feels like it should be 1,500 put towards a new blower, in my opinion. I don't know. Am I wrong? Sorry, I got a text message. Had to read it. Oh, I am wrong. ICT Car Guy, of all people, says I am wrong. I should just spend the $1,500 and get it ported. And Joe says, go bigger. You know, I'll be honest with you, ZL1, Chris. I don't really care about crazy gains or anything on the Hellcat. Listen, I'm honest. I'm going to make it faster so I can tune it. That's the big thing. But it's scary enough. Dumb question, perhaps. Is there a reason that you have that they're not ported from factory? Money. It's just money. You know, it's a lot easier to take one straight off the casting and slap it on, as opposed to going through and even if, you know, dropping it in a CNC machine. So time is money. It's just all money stuff. 1.2 twin turbo 243 ported heads. Do it. Well, and Chris is right also. It is about the warranty. You know, that's why we can get gains out of stock cars so easily. No, De La Salle, I figured out why it leaked it. It was actually one of the coolant lines, transcooler lines. So, easy fix. I actually was going to convert it over to AN, but I couldn't get the fittings out of the transmission, and I didn't want to round them off. I even had a wrench line, line wrench or whatever, and it was on there. So I was like, man, you know, to be honest, this is a turbo 350. It's nothing special. This transmission would be the next thing that I replaced on it. And so whenever that were to happen, if I were to do it or somebody were to do it, I would say convert over to, AN lines with fittings at that point in time. But yeah. Well, and one of the main reasons, because the thing's running so well, I mean, it just fires up right away. Drives great, everything. The AC works. It just is so sorted that I don't want to pull the small block out because it's a nice little motor to put an LS in it. So I want to get something else to put the LS in. People are making bigger power on 3-liter blowers, though. Would a bone stock 350 small block take a ProCharger? Yeah. As long as you kept it under like 7 PSI and, dialed the timing back a little bit. You don't want to be running 38 degrees, under boost, but yeah. You have to take off the lower one, then you can get to the top one easier. Lower one what? I do not follow. Kong's 2650 is drastically larger. Small block weakness is having two exhaust ports beside each other, which creates a ton of heat in the heads, which then leads to butting the rings up. It has a lot of weaknesses that were corrected by the LS, but I mean, the LS is just a modified small block. The small block itself is pretty good. Is there a rule of thumb how much time you take out per PSI of boost? No, I don't think so, because you've got to remember that PSI is a measurement of restriction. A well sorted out car with good heads, cams, stuff like that will have lower PSI but more power. You're still going to have to take out timing. So the idea is during the tuning phase, whenever it's a boosted setup, to take out too much and then work back to where you start getting that tickle. Yeah, I bought the, and I couldn't get the lower one out at all. That was the only one I was trying to work on at that point in time. Would be more efficient to do Pro Charger than twin turbo? No, twin turbos are the most efficient thing to do. Pro Chargers are the easiest thing to do. And you can make as much horsepower with a Pro Charger as a twin turbo. It's more expensive, usually, because you can't get a Chinese turbo and throw on there. But, good turbos are expensive also. So, both will flow more air than your motor can handle. And if your motor can handle it, you've got too small of a head unit. Oh, you got it in your Trans Am. Yeah. Hypothetical. All questions about cats are, if you don't have cats installed, you still need narrowband O2. So, hypothetically speaking, no. For your rears, as Andrew says. For your fronts, yes. Your front should still switch. I want to pull the front end of my truck off the ground with Dana 60s. You will never do that. You will never have enough traction to accomplish that, I will say. Even with drag radials on there, you will have a hard time getting the front end of that thing up because you're not going to have enough weight on the drag radials to keep them hooked. Without a 4-link properly actuating the rear axle to drive the tires into the ground, then even then on 36s, it's just not going to happen. Try it in clay. There you go. Yeah, you can probably do it in clay. As long as the clay was hooking up that day. And your tires were, cleaned out. I say go for it. What's the worst that can happen? It doesn't do it and your truck just hauls ass after that? Pretty sure they only check cat efficiency. That's true. But not true for every vehicle. Without getting in too deeply, I think that Dodge, being the clever cats that they are, have some things besides cat efficiency hooked up to the rear O2s. I don't know why. I've not dug deep enough into it to figure all that out. But I think there's some other stuff going on there. I do. Where'd my window go? Did I close that window? You guys don't care. Boop. Boop. Oh, upstream, yeah. Your upstream's got to be switching if you're in closed loop. If you're in open loop, you're like, who cares? Let's see. Where was I at? There we go. Pop that one out. I can close it. Oh, no, I can't. I can close this one now. And I can pop out the chat. Okay. You. Oh. My back's been bothering me. Wideband gauge used to bounce around 1415 to 1417 at cruise, but recently jumped to bouncing between 14.8 and 15. Would you expect the sensor, gauge, or controller, not the tune? Well, the sensor definitely could be it, so I would at least throw another one on there to see. But it's also getting colder, so it could be the tune. It shouldn't be. Like, it shouldn't be. But because of the temperature compensation on there. And if you got a mass airflow sensor on there, it should compensate for temperature perfectly. Let's see here. Wonder what else is post-CAD 02. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not dug into it. Sounds good, Michael. Be careful. So if I'm firing up a boosted LSA on an LS3 OS, should I take timing out of the whole table or above a certain RPM? No, Kenneth, you want to take it out at a certain cylinder air mass. So it's less about RPM in that cylinder air mass, especially with an LSA blower on there, because you're going to get into areas that was never designed to happen. Yes, Mike Few says it's always tuning season. I'm in Houston, still hot and humid. Now, probably, yeah, I would check the wideband sensor. It's probably going out. Camshaft tuning question. Does anyone know what GM does on the E78 cam tables? No clue. Something smells like it's burning. I'll be right back. Yeah, no problem. Okay, sorry about that. I had to make sure one of my cars hadn't caught on fire again. It's only happened a few times. That was burnt quesadilla. Oh. That's a tough one. So, Mike, there should be an SAE cam position parameter, is my guess. And that has to follow the SAE guidelines. Maybe log that and see how the timing changes affect it. My graphs and scanner should match the tables in editor, right? Yes. Yep. Also, how do I know what to use to fill in the cells with the scanner? No problem. It's no stupid questions. That's where we use our error math. So we take our commanded AFR, commanded EQ, and it's compared to the wideband. and we get the percentage of error on there. Now, for the timing ones, we use timing advance. There's multiple timing ones in there, but there will be a final timing advance. It may just be called timing advance, depending on the platform. And then you also want to have knock retard logged for the knock table. Mass airflow sensor, the one that reads in hertz. If you're on GM, it'll read in volts on Ford, and probably Dodge if you have a Dodge that runs mass airflow. Okay, sounds good, Day of the Soul. Oh, mercy. Okay, Ken. I'm following you now. Have a help ticket with the Vin Wizard and credits. Let me email me and let me know what ends up happening with that whole ordeal. Well, you're well on your way to licensing all 5th gen Camaros. Had quesadillas. I'm going to have one after this live stream, Sinister. Day old Little Caesars. Yeah, we had Papa John's last night. Yeah, no problem, Timothy. And go back to some of the early ones specifically, and I probably will walk through. Or when in doubt, buy the GoRope Garage scanner layout. It'll have every parameter for the most part, like 95% of the parameters that you need, and the table set up based on which ECU. Okay, yeah, you should be good then, man. Should be good. I've got a funky issue going on the Hellcat. It's only in, well, I say it's only in 6th gear. It's only around 2,000 RPMs, and the closed loop system wigs out. Shoots lean. Boop, boop, lean, lean, lean. Any kind of throttle change is, you know, fights it or knocks it out of that. And I gotta dig into it more. Firehouse, ooh, I love their steak and cheddar. Run E85 is P.85, okay. No, that's perfectly fine, because you've got to remember when you're running E85 that it is has more detonation resistance, and so it doesn't, you know, running E85 richer than 0.85 is not going to net you probably anything. No more safety, no more power, etc. So there you go. Well, you should, but the problem also is SEMA's going on, and so, you know, the engineering group and the support group is still there working, but with SEMA going on, things might be a little slow for them. I know I'm just making excuses, but no, different sandwiches, man. Firehouse and Jersey Mike's are different, just like Jersey Mike's and Jimmy John's are different. And I love something about all of them. I love Jersey Mike's. I love it. So just okay. So is there a reason that you're trying to change the VIN? Give me the rundown, Ken. Installed the AM300300 wideband on my 69 Firebird. I like it better than the others. Oh, yeah, Tommy. Hey, listen, man. And everybody has their own favorite widebands. And a lot of tuners will tell you it's the Ballinger. And I do not like the Ballinger. I'm not a fan of the Ballinger. What was stolen, Chevy for life? Well, I'm not. I just have had the best look. Oh yeah, the ECU. Well, yeah, that's fine. If it's stolen, I don't care. It's not my problem. Streetcar. I like the ECU vent for if any reason I need the dealer. So, okay, yeah, and the easiest way would probably be to just get like a Mongoose cable and pay the $45 and completely just rewrite the ECU with a proper vent. But I don't know. Like, it's kind of BS that you're already out credits because, you know, yeah. Yeah. Hell, I would let you borrow my cable to do it, but one of my other clients has it right now. Interesting. Dealer flashed it, programmed 2 keys, and said that took, but when I read the file, old VIN. Well, not necessarily. Depends on what your make and model. Speaking about wideband, I tied into my EGR to be able to log. Have you done that with any luck? Oh, yeah. You just have to make sure and set the offset because you're going to get an offset through that. It's not the cleanest analog input in order to bring your wideband settings in. So you use your wideband parameter and the plus, point whatever is your offset. So you may need to tweak that formula until your gauge matches what you're seeing on the scanner. Man, that really stinks. I thought that whole house was on fire. Yeah, okay, yeah. Already answered that one. Okay, 8:21 people. We're getting ready to wrap it here. We're going to wrap a little early since I started 15 minutes early. Oh, yeah, love the Holly Sniper. Man, New Jersey is always on fire. New Jersey is a fire. I can say that because I live there. Nobody else can say that. I'm not from New Jersey, obviously, but... Oh, gotcha. Okay, so it's an R title. Yeah. Momentarily showed the proper VIN in the wizard, but went back. Very weird. Yeah, well, and I've never tried the wizard, Kenneth, so I can't speak to it. But there are multiple ways if for some reason they can't get it. So better option, 5.3 on a Jeep. No, I think that's good. I mean, obviously a 6.2 would be better, or 7. Where the pit? Jersey's not bad. Depends on where you're at. I mean, I was in South Jersey, so it was kind of a pit. Uh-oh. So yes, your message just appeared before I can read. Oh, hey, what's up? Long time no live stream. Did you change your name? ZH? Is that what it's supposed to be? Well, it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be. I don't know. When the table shows load, are you sure that's just not referring to RPM? I mean, what table are you talking about, Tim? Because it's probably engine load. Gotcha. Yeah, 3 acres. That'd make a big difference. Yeah, I was out by Mantua, but I lived in a gingerbread house, so there was no space. Cowboy for life. Oh, gotcha. Well, good to see you, Mike. Spark table load probably. What unit's it in? Oh, okay, Glassboro. I know Glassboro. Yep, we were fairly close. Fairly close. I worked right across the Commodore Barry Bridge in Aston, Pennsylvania. Yeah. E69 should be cylinder air mass. Should be RPMs by cylinder air mass on that. So RPMs across the top would be your load. Cylinder air mass is going to be. What do you mean? Don't have it. E69 5th Gen Camaro. Oh, wait a second. You're a V6, aren't you? You're not an LS. Am I right? Where the hell did my editor go? Yep. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me answer this question if I can. And then yep, see you, Andrew. I don't understand how the dealership wasn't able to do it, Ken. Dealership should have had an MDS and was using Tech Connect. They should have been able to do it. Let's see here. Do I have a V6? What else use the E69, guys? Help me out. I know there's a couple cars that do. Oh, doggone it. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Anything? Anything? Spark. Nope, I don't have one. Oh well. It just says load in engine RPM. Man, I wish I could remember what that was. But I can't off the top of my head of it. It's got to match up to something. Bought one Flashmaster, still had to have it. Program. No, I've got the cam. It's in the garage, De La Soul. I haven't done anything with it. I said, I'm just taking things slow, brah. Is that all right with you? It's all right if I don't ABT for one. No, I'm just kidding. I'm still always be tuning. They said took. Could take it back, but it's trailing. It's cranking. Just don't want to buy any more credits if I don't have to at the moment. So, no. Let's just set the VIN issue aside for now. We can solve that later. Yes, exactly. I'll always be researching. We could tune it, and even if we have to do another ECMer where we can copy all the changes from one tune to the other. So I wouldn't get hung up on that portion of it. Portion of it. I don't know. Tim, send me a copy of the tune file. Let me look at it. I'll tell you exactly what you need to log. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as I said, that can be taken care of any time. Let's just get it up and running the way it is. You know, it's like Freiberger says, don't get it right, just get it running. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Tim. I should have known that you're a patron, but a lot of people's emails don't really line up. But yeah, just shoot it to me and we'll figure it out for sure. Bummer. See you, Chris. Yep, we're going to shut her down. Whoa, John. Anyone tune one of the new style 841 headers for the C6 LS3 car? The front O2s are only in 2 cylinders per side. So, that's weird. Who makes these headers? Thanks, Jessica. Thanks for stopping by the live show. I appreciate it. Concept 841. Okay. There we go. Concept 841. Let me look at these. Catalog. C6. Headers. Well, these are showing it after the collector. This picture kind of sucks. Oh. Am I on the right one? Nah, the picture doesn't change. Oh, this is a whole exhaust system. Let's get real good at doing stuff. I like that. That's weird. We'll have to, in the 4-inch, rear O2s are in the 4-inch. So they don't have a O2 bung right. I mean, it said the only picture I'm seeing sucks because it's so dark. But I'm looking at the collector pulses here, and I'm trying to find out which ones are the 841s. Okay. See, and that's the problem. If it's not in the collector, you're going to get pulses on there, so you're going to get bad readings. Yeah, they say not to use the 4-inch or the O2s fight each other. No, that's not how it works. Well, I guess because they're merging together is what they're saying, but no. It needs to have them in the collectors. Oh, bro. Like, I'm the same way to this whole. I forget simple things all the time and I'm constantly relearning this process. Not only am I adding new wrinkles in the brain, I am re-solidifying old wrinkles. It is, as I said, always happening. Okay. John something, email me the pics. Send the pics over to info@goatroadgarage.com. Let me take a look at them. I think you're going to have issues. I mean, it's showing how smooth the exhaust pulses are at the collector. Like, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. But, okay, it's that time. We actually went over time. It's been a long stream. We've been on for, where's the thing that tells me how long? 50 minutes. We almost hit an hour. How is that a thing? We get talking about cars, talking about tuning. Mind-blowing. But, I'm going to go make a quesadilla. And I will see you guys next Thursday. You know the drill. Thanks for stopping by the garage. Remember, ABT, always be tuning. Let's see if my end screen button works. Did it work? Doesn't seem like it worked, does it? Go to the end screen. It's going to make me manually do this. What am I? And I can't get to the end screen. So the good news is my computer's completely frozen up, but I am still streaming. So I'm going to have to just like apparently shut my computer down to shut the stream down. I can't end the stream. Maybe I can end the stream through YouTube. Yeah, exactly. Let's try this. SB, I'm literally trying to end the stream right this minute and my computer's not working. How do I tune a 408 stroker? Same as any other car. Yep, doesn't matter, man. I tune my 598 like I tune my 5.3s. Okay, I found an end stream button, so I am ending the stream. ABT, always be tuning. End it.